Moore is prepared in the centre of defence, Colin Henry on the bench, and there's the top goal scorer, George Alberts, who played for Germany in midweek. He was dropped at half-time because Bertie Vogts thought he wasn't playing all that well. And would you believe Bertie Vogts got the sack at the end of the match, but I don't think the two incidents are highly related. There's the referee, Mike McCurry. Will he survive tonight without getting hypothermia? Off we go into a game that has been bedeviled by this weather here, but I have to say, and all credit to the supporters, they've turned up in big numbers, full house, 12,000 old ticket, and so much has been the congestion that the kickoff's been delayed for 10 minutes. So that's a testament to the very fact that the Rangers support want to follow the side, and that Ayr desperately want another success here. And could they produce another upset? Johansson, I think you'll see him figuring down the right-hand side and just touched away. Steve Welsh getting across to that. Free kick. Ferguson. The pitch is very good condition, it's very level, nice playing surface, but it is sodden with rain now. It's going to be very heavy, and the referee, Mike McCurry, wants that taken again. In fact, a word in the ear of John Davis. Back he goes. What they see from the dugout and the bench. And there's a lovely goal! Picked up there beautifully as that came across by Amato. And Rangers open their account. A goal of opportunism by this big Argentine player. He's not, to my mind, an out-and-out striker, more a target man. But given that kind of opportunity on this night, even the best goalkeeper couldn't keep it out. The ball accelerating.
For a few tussles.
This treacherous texture. Watch it dip and go. Rangers 1 up. 11 minutes of the game gone, and as one might have expected, Rangers opening their account, but they'll be glad of that. Even the most experienced teams coming from a different dimension of football like to settle their minds. Wallace is in again, but straight through to Nelson. Well, certainly the wind held that one back. And that's coming from the end where the wind was, and the rain was driving in from when we first arrived. So it seems to have changed a little bit. Rangers almost taking a breath at the back. Moore, lovely run by Wallace, but that will skid away from him. Yes, he seemed to be contented with that. Picked it up well, and I think what Advocat has seen in Wallace is the ability to break very quickly from hidden situations. That was a little example of it there, but the ball, I think on a different kind of night, the ball would have stayed for him. Miller, touched in by Walker. Davis, tackled from the back by the Dutchman. Van Bronckhorst scored a very vital goal in the UEFA Cup, and of course Rangers are still in there with a chance. And that's just offside. Gabriel Amato, his son, playing a couple of games for the team that will be playing Hearts in the Cup Winners' Cup. When he first came to Spanish football, didn't have a very good first season. The second season, a real honey with 14 goals. Now, there's Alberts. Wallace. Good ton of pace. Excellent tackle there by David Craig. That's the close season signing from Hamilton. Oh, he's an experienced too. Partick Thistle, Dundee United, Raith Rovers, Rangers go in again, and there was Johansson. And now the pace on the flanks that we've seen. Wallace on the left, Johansson on the right is beginning to tell. On this defence, there's Wallace again. You'll get a little support from the Finn. And there might have been a deflection there. Yes, there was. That gives you an idea of what our cameramen are doing tonight, what we're all doing tonight. I mean, we're looking straight into this. Oh, it doesn't turn out to be a watery grave. Van Bronckhorst. Well, almost anything can come from a situation like that. It's driven in! Brilliantly saved from Barry Ferguson. And that gives you an idea of how this young man is so well equipped for modern football. It's got to be fired in from a midfield position like this with accuracy, and it was. Good save. There's Billy Finlay. Good interception by Vidmar. Beautiful ball back there. Vidmar careering down. Can he get that ball across? Just touched away. Miller got his touch to it. Good move by Tony Vidmar. And a good understanding with Wallace initially. Miller. Ferguson tried to stop that. There's John Davis. Now Hurst. Getting it to that very good left foot of his, and wonderful save by Charbonnier. Well, I did say this man had remarkable talent, and he showed it there, but look at the Frenchman. Oh, he used to do that so often at the Champions League for Auxerre in the UEFA Cup. And that's why they brought him to Ibrox. That's Charbonnier at his best. He is an instinctive, reflexive goalkeeper, better than any other aspect of his game, and he showed it there. Here's Farini. Does get a little bit of an opening. Ferguson again with a shot! Just drifting past. Well, he took so much time to cultivate that in midfield, and then came on the end of it himself. Look at the way, just drifted away from Nelson. That's twice in a game. The goalkeeper has looked almost stranded from this young man. He has a great view of this. Look how well he keeps the ball down to. Rangers now intent simply on keeping possession. And there's the free kick. Rod Wall is almost getting between the two players. Very fleet of foot, very agile, drifting away there. Wallace again, and now it's becoming repetitive. I think they could appreciate, Andy Lyne certainly could, the danger of this man. Lyne scored a marvellous goal on Saturday with his left foot from about almost 30 yards. So he has the same inclination as this man about to take this free kick, George Alberts. He's done a lot better than that before. It's hardly been in this game, by the way. It's simply drifted past him. Here he is again. Much too obvious by Wallace. Free kick. And now the game has been broken up by Johansson. As I said, he likes a simple, direct route to goal, and Amato almost got the opportunistic goal by Amato, coming out of literally nothing. He took it so cleanly and so well, And Rangers have a narrow margin now. Ayr United 0. Ayr shaking surprise to note that he has come on in place of George Alberts, who had had a very mediocre night, to say the least. So Charlie Miller, who came on against St Johnstone and played extremely well, got on the end of a wonderful cross from Konchelskas and almost scored with a header on that game. And I think what he'll add is a bit of forward movement to Rangers, which was very lacking in the play in the first half, regardless of how much possession they had. And no matter how many good balls this man was putting forward, there wasn't enough happening in the last third. And Charlie Miller may change that whole situation. We shall see. Huss puts it away. Back there by Millen. Another knocking a ball about confidently. Davis tried to get it away. There's Ferguson. Slack ball there by Rod Wallace. Amaruso. Van Bronckhorst. I think he tried to get that inside the full-back. And Jonathan Johansson has come across to the left side. Rangers look as if they've switched and want Wallace to play down the right-hand side, at least at the start of this half. Neatly enough, Vidmar much too obvious. Easily read there by John Robertson. Had a very good game tonight, by the way, and I think part of the reason why he nullified the threat of Alberts, particularly in midfield. Now Miller. Oh. Davis after him very quickly. And that was a real clunch collision. The referee, I think, is going to stop the play, hoping for a better set of circumstances than last Saturday. And the boss, I think he seems to be saying there. Wind holding that back. There's Henry, first touch. Charbonnier. Vidmar. On his final ball again, lets him down. Started off very commanding that midfield territory. And doing it in some style. David Craig forced to put that back, but very cool play by Nelson. And Johansson very easily taken on there by Robertson. Hansen, what can he do with his pace? That's not a bad ball, and Matto's up for it. And it's driven in there by Wallace. Now Van Bronckhorst. Way to that far side, and Nelson takes it well. But the players did that enormous cultural leap. Amaruso making it difficult for himself again, beautifully picked up by Miller, and he laid it off just a little bit too quickly. And really that's the first partially combined. Just inside of it, there's a header by Wallace. Well, he's had so few opportunities like that. He's not the biggest man on a football pitch, but he does get up very well. I've simply given the ball away in midfield. That's a better challenge by Van Bronckhorst. There he is again. Wallace had that ball whipped away from him very well and headed away for the immense amount of work they've put into this game tonight. Colin Henry up. Rangers were to pull one off now at this stage, they would love it, but feel maybe slightly shamefaced about it. There's a beautiful goal! Charlie Miller, that does it. And you bet they are taking it well. A sense of relief, I think, better than anything else. That is two clean-cut goals we've seen from a side tonight, which has been decidedly stodgy, but not on two instances. That was Charlie Miller. Plenty space for Bronkhurst. Up pops Johansson on the other wing this time. Ferguson just keeps it in play. Miller, Ferguson. Quick pass there by Ferguson. Seeing the open space. Johansson comes across again and does very well to get the corner kick. Wallace. And that's Rod Wallace. And the final whistle is gone. And a man who finally decided the fate of a very correct...